All right, guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. Oh, they gave us the good stuff, man. We got Carnival LR Blue Gogeta, and then we also have the Dokkan Fest LR Full Power Super Saiyan Broly. I feel a little under the weather. I think you could probably hear it by this point. I think. But let's jump in. We got translations from the homie Gresh. We'll start with Gogeta. Obviously, he's like, the big money character. But Broly, of course, remember, is the Dokkan Fest. Gogeta's stats look pretty good. Let's see. He is physical. So he's going to be in about, the 2,000, or 20,000, or 22,000 or 23,000 range for HP, which is solid. Not, future Gohan, 28k or whatever it is. Not quite that, but it's pretty good. Attack about 19,000-ish. And then defense is really high. Wow, like 16,000. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at what we have got. Gogeta does have a new mechanic as well. All right, so Gogeta is a movie hero leader. Category key 3 and 200% to stats. So Carnival LRs remain as 200% leaders. 12 key super attack. Meteor attack. He gets 50% attack and defense for 1 turn and colossal damage. Then his 18 key, it's 30% defense for 1 turn, 50% attack for 1 turn, and then mega colossal damage. It's not actually stacking, right? Let's see. Passive, 2 key, 154% attack and defense at the start of turn. He's super effective against all types, okay? He gets 100% attack and defense on super attack. Guards for the first 3 turns. 1 key in addition with key spheres. 2 key in addition with rainbow key spheres. That's really good. Okay. Change a random type of key sphere into rainbow. That's so strong. Additional has a 70% chance to be a super. And then a guaranteed additional super with 1 or more rainbow key sphere. So I feel like he maybe could resemble the 8th anniversary LRs a bit. I'm not necessarily saying in terms of like stats and stuff like that, but just kind of like their turn 1 performance. Although this Gogeta potentially could be a character we could kind of like slide into slot 1 and stuff like that. Obviously, you guys know the build I will be giving him. So dodge is a thing that he does when transformed, though, which is 4 turns from first appearance. So Gogeta can either transform on turn 4, turn 5, or turn 6, based upon what rotation he starts out in. So that's better. It's not as good as the 7th anniversary LRs. Theirs is just turn 4. This guy is just 4 turns from his first appearance. But the difference between this guy and the blue Goku and Vegeta into blue Vegito, you don't have the annoying overlap because there's no HP condition. Blue Vegito, in my opinion, would be significantly better if there was no HP condition on the active skill, which Gogeta does not have. So I'm okay with this. I would rather just be turn 4 from the start of battle, of course, like the 7th anniversary LRs, but I mean, this is what we want to see. Link set, Golden Warrior, Super Saiyan, Over in a Flash, Prepare for Battle, Fuse Fighter, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. Yeah, really good. Over in a Flash is so back, baby. UI Goku, Dragon Fist, LR Dragon Fist, Dokkan Fest God Goku, LR God Goku, and then there's the big one I'm missing, Dokkan Fest God Goku, did I say? Like, they've given us a lot of Over in a Flash characters. Depending upon the fight, the 5th anniversary Blue Fusions could still be used. So, it's good. And, he's got Over in a Flash and Prepare for Battle, right? So, he's looking pretty good. Categories, Movie Hero, Fusion, Super Saiyan, Final Trump Card, Powerful Comeback, Time Limit, Fuse Fighters, Realm of God, Transformation Boost, Power Beyond Super Saiyan. So he, of course, is on a lot of teams, which is good. Then, again, from his 4th turn, we could transform. He gets 50% attack and defense for 1 turn and colossal damage on 12 key. And then, here's where things get pretty crazy. He massively raises attack for 4 turns. So that's a 100% attack buff for 4 turns and mega colossal damage. The point is that as long as you get an 18 key super attack with him, his active is like, you guys know how good Super Saiyan Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks are. It's going to be the same thing with Gogeta, right? Same thing. Except Gogeta's going to hit harder. Then this dude, this is insane. Recover 54% HP at the start of character's attack in turn for 4 turns. What? That seems good. Like, that's a lot, dude. That's a lot for, he has 2 turns of this huge HP regen. 3 key, 200% stats at the start of turn. He's super effective against all types. He gets... Hold on, what's that? Okay, sorry about that. So he gets 100% attack and defense on super attack. He gets 2 ki in addition when collecting key spheres. That's good. So the 8th anniversary LRs do, right? So it's going to be very easy for him to get key. He still creates rainbow key spheres, which is super good. He gets an additional super, and then another additional super with 1 or more rainbow key sphere. Again, very easy to do. 70% chance to dodge, and then he gets 20% chance to crit per dodge, and it looks as though it's permanent. I mean, obviously, we'll see once we go in game, but it does appear to be a permanent buff. So 5 dodges, and he has a 100% chance to crit. And then finally, he has a 70% chance to nullify key-based super attacks and counter with tremendous power. Now, I feel like some people might, like, oh, like, you know, like, he's just kind of, like, dodging and stuff like that. Like, you know, maybe they're not going too crazy about him. But his active, I mean, it seems pretty crazy. So he temporarily massively raises attack for 1 turn, ultimate damage, so it's an attack, and then all attacks on the turn go straight to Gogeta, and he has a 100% chance to dodge. So, I mean, it's essentially, like, it's kind of like better Orange Piccolo, because the reason is, well, I mean, I guess it's not, it's kind of the same thing, because, you know, I guess, no, Orange Piccolo is certainly going to be better, because you could do his active, and maybe the boss doesn't super, and then they just super slot 1 next turn. I guess that's possible. With Orange Piccolo, with the multiple turns, like, you pretty much always cancel the super. So, Orange Piccolo, in terms of the defensive ability, which to me I think is probably more important, is a bit stronger. But I bet Gogeta with this 1 attack probably will outdamage Orange Piccolo, potentially. And that's coming from me, who, as you guys know, I have a full... I have attack equips on him with, you know, huge additional and crit. He's got like 20 additional, 20 crit, my Orange Piccolo, something like that. So that seems really, really good. And then for Link's Golden Warrior becomes Warrior Gods. It's really hard to say. This is a character I'm going to want to see in game. I think that he probably is within the top best characters in the game. I think it's very easy. That I could potentially see like future Gohan, Bulma, Orange Piccolo potentially being better, but Gogeta at the very least is not too far away from them, I think, if he's not just outright better. It's possible that some of these stats he has are just so high that his damage is going to be so ridiculous. Well, I mean, you know, guarding in base and then 70% dodge in transform state. He could be right up there, right? This ability, having this, like, that's one of those things, man. Like that's exactly one of those abilities that is just so very important. Being able to kind of, like, control boss attacks is so important. So we'll see. We'll see how Gogeta's going to look once he goes in game, but he definitely is looking really, really crazy. All right, so now let's go and take a look at the Dokkan Fest LR Broly here. There is also a Golden Frieza banner unit, but I don't believe they tweeted out his details. Yeah, it doesn't look like they did. So we'll have to find out. That's pretty stupid, but we'll have to find out what he does from the data download, which I assume the data download will be in 12, 17 hours. No, 19 hours is when the data download should be. So it's still going to be a ways away. If people are curious why kind of like the time frames are all messed up here, it's because of Battle Hour. I'm pretty certain of that. All right, so where is Broly-sama? Okay. So one thing that's pretty unfortunate with Broly, his HP is really low. That is not good for, like, LR. His attack is high, 21,000. Defense is high, 15,000. But his HP is pretty low. I mean, I would much rather Broly have the higher HP. Obviously, HP is just such a huge factor these days. But we'll see. We'll see. All right, so Broly is Super Bosses, Transformation Boost, that's good, or Full Power, 3 leader skills. Besides, I mean, I guess Carnival LRs and Yellow Coin LRs, every single Dokkan Fest should be 3 leader skills. So that's good. That's good. That's good. So yes, those three leader skills right there: Super Boss, Transformation Boost, Full Power. And then the extra stats goes to Exploding Rage or Movie Boss's characters. Okay. 12 key super attack, stacks attack, And then 30% defense for 1 turn. Oh no, it's not stacking, right? It's just for no, it is. Wait, I think he is stacking, right? Stack attack, 30% defense, colossal damage, and then 18 key, greatly stack attack, 50% defense for 4 turns, and then mega colossal damage. Okay, that defense for 4 turns could be pretty good. So one thing I don't like about Gogeta is that Gogeta does not have an intro, but BROLY does. So BROLY activates his intro upon entry. He gets 5 key, 100% stats, and additional super for 4 turns from first appearance. Okay, good. Guaranteed additional is good. 150% attack and even start a turn. He just has just guard. He just guards. Yeah, he just guards. Then he gets 1 key in addition when collecting key spheres. 50% attack on super attack. Then another 50% defense on an 18 key super. Then he gets an additional 2 key and additional super as a first or second attacker in the turn. Okay. And then 6 key additional super and a high chance to another super? Dude. So he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? He gets super 7 times? There's no way. Wait a minute. Okay, so here's super. There's a second super. This one right here. Third super. 4, 5, 6. He could do 6. Jesus, dude. Huh. That's 6. That's 6. That's okay. All right. Let's look, because it's like, remember, we can think of like Cooler, right? Who could super a lot, but he has got like 30% chance to additional super. I mean, we have an additional super, guaranteed additional super, right? Like a lot of these is guaranteed additional super. Like these are just guaranteed. Now his transformation, we can only use it once 5 turns have elapsed from first appearance. That's bad. It's the same as Vegito Blue and Trunks. Well, no, it's Trunks. It's literally the exact same as Trunks, right? Trunks has the same one. So if Broly is turn 1, you could transform in turn 5. It's not the worst ever, but turn 4, like I don't look at this, his 5th turn, and consider this good, right? No way. But I mean, Broly, I mean, he seems pretty strong in base, though. Like, he seems pretty strong. His ability, he activates the domain for 4 turns, only 4 turns, okay, and transforms into full power Super Saiyan. And then extreme class allies get 4 key. Okay. And then there's also extreme class allies and enemies get 10% attack and defense. And if the allies or enemies are also an exploding rage or movie boss, they get another 10%. Wow. Superclass allies and enemies take an additional 10% damage. The 10% damage could certainly come into play. It's not the biggest seal ever, but it's something that could come into play, right? I don't think I would be scared to use this transformation, but I mean, it is a thing that does exist. Prodigy, Super Saiyan, Berserker, Shocking Speed, Prepare for Battle, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. No big bad bosses, which is very, very sad, unfortunately. If he had big bad bosses, that would be significantly better for him. But, I mean, he essentially has a Saiyanling set, right? Categories are Super Bosses, Transformation Boost, Full Power, Exploding Rage, Movie Bosses, Pure Saiyan, Super Saiyan, Miraculous Awakening, Gifted Warriors, and Power Beyond Super Saiyan. Alright, so he's got a lot of teams. Then his Full Power mode. 12 key gets 30% attack and defense, colossal damage, and it's an AoE, but I don't know where, like, it's pointless. The Cyberman event is, like, the only place. That could be bad, because, I mean, we could get some sort of tough fight against him, and he'll have an AoE, and people will cry, but, I mean, we've had AoEs since day one. Like, literally every anniversary has had AoE bosses. Like, it's not new. There's literally nothing new. It's just, Dokkan players do like to complain a lot, right? 18 key is the 50% attack and defense for 1 turn, mega colossal damage, okay? Then his passive, he gets 6 key, 300% attack and events at the start of turn. He just has guard. 1 key in addition with key spheres. 26% damage reduction until attacking while his domain is up. I just need you guys to understand like how tanky he's going to be. He's guard plus damage reduction. The damage reduction is not the biggest ever, but like that's guard plus damage reduction is silly. It's really silly. I mentioned this recently that like we're going to get to a point soon where for characters to be really good defensively, it's not guard, it's not damage reduction, it's not dodge, it's guard plus damage reduction, right? Like that's what they're going to start to need. So, Broly, I mean, okay, so there's his domain. 50% when attacking, 50% defense when receiving an attack. Okay, that's good. He gets an additional super, 26% chance to crit on super, additional super, and another 26% chance to crit on 18 key super, and then an additional super when key is 24. I think Broly is number 1. I think Broly might be the best unit in the game. I think Broly might be 1. I think Broly is it's too much. Again, I'll talk all day long. Defense is always better, right? Defense is always better than offense. But I mean, at a certain point, I think Broly's impact is going to be too crazy. This might seem shocking, but Broly has so many guaranteed supers. I'm considering crit for him. I know that sounds insane, but I am. I mean, dodge would certainly age better. But, I mean, it's like, it's because Sword of Hope Trunks, he'll come out, super, normal, death. This doesn't happen with him, with Broly. I really think Broly might be 1. I think so. Let's see. Let's jump in. But I mean, I don't even know how you're going to see his transformation. There's no way. You are never, ever getting his transformation. It's impossible. There's no way. Fusion Zamasu is not lasting for 5 turns against this guy. There's no way. I don't think so. So, dude, I don't know. I got no clue. I don't think necessarily that, like, you know, the infamous long content is coming. But, I mean, I do think we're probably, the blue zone, looks like this, like, you know, we have red zone, we have blue zone. I think blue zone, by the end of it, like, Zamasu's gonna look like a kitten compared to, like, blue Gogeta or blue Vegeta or whoever's at the end of that. Because I don't think Fusion Zamasu can stand in front of this guy. I don't think he can. I mean, Fusion Zamasu could kill your other weaker characters, yeah. But, like, Broly, I think Broly is 1, so. Let me know what you guys think. Banners are in... Okay, so the anniversary begins in 23 hours, 1 a.m. on the 29th for me. I think the banners should drop at that time. Again, I think by now, you guys, my voice is really fading, but, we're going to keep pushing on. 10 videos per day during anniversary, even if, you know, I've got, like, nasty sickness. We're all good. We're all good. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think. Gogeta, I'm not super sure. I think he's, like, either in the discussion for the inner circle or, like, right out of it. He seems very good. But Broly looks like 1 to me. So, thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.